Hello. Two people here with me, but it's my friend. Hi, it's me, Annalisa from My Spiritual Friend. I'm also on Instagram at My Spiritual Friend. I am back tonight for a free 30-minute session of psychic readings. Hi, Sandra. No problem. Thank you for saying thank you. Hi, Lumi. I am back. As always, all readings and divinations are for the purposes of entertainment only, and that is to cover my tish. Anybody who gets upset since I have no idea who I'm reading for here. I've gotten to do a lot of readings lately. It's been like, it always kind of goes in spurts, and you talk to anybody who does this stuff, there's like, you get to do stuff. Like it'll come and go. Like New Year's obviously is a big time. People want to have readings. So I've gotten to do several of those lately, unexpectedly and fun. So, hi, Len. Any good news regarding Trump? Is he leaving? This is one I swear, like when I read on before we just friends would ask me before he was even in office. I got that Hillary won, so I was really confused when she didn't win, but that's because she wasn't a popular vote. Hi, by the way. I don't know. The only thing I ever saw on Trump, and I can't it's like I keep asking myself, is he leaving? Is he leaving? Is he leaving? Because I really want him to leave. But then we're stuck with Pence. And sorry, I'm just listening to them. I literally heard, yes, he's leaving, but not in the way we want him to. So I knew, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I know something major is going to happen at either the end of August or into September, that time frame with him. But I don't know if that is connected to the vision I had where he had his hands behind his back and being let off by FBI, or if that's related to I don't know. Sometimes my visions aren't literal, but sometimes they are. I can't give you a really good answer on it because I'm not getting a whole, like, for whatever reason, I don't know if it's because I really don't like Trump. So I want him out. So maybe during this night, we'll just kind of chat and see what happens. That's what I do with reading. Sometimes I just let it percolate. Sandra says, I had a reading a few years ago when my husband came forward and said to me he would help me find a new love. Was he instrumental in the relationship I have now? I get yes and no. So I actually feel an older woman coming through. That feels like she was she poked more. And they're telling me it's actually on the new gentleman's side that's poking. So it was sort of like a tag team. Ask more of those questions, Lynn, because I sometimes I don't. I got stuff when I was shoveling snow over the winter time about like what was like the thing with Jared and Saudi Arabia, and I actually got that he's doing backdoor dealings, and I think that kind of ended up coming out. I know something's going to come up with him and Ivanka. It's just such a strong feeling, but I really think it's going to come through the Southern District of New York. And if you look up anything about Southern District of New York, they're kind of badasses. Like they're really amazing at their jobs, and people don't slide through their fingers. Lemmy said, Joe got upset with me about a little over a week ago. Haven't heard from him despite me reaching out. Will he come back and will he work through this? Any insight would be helpful. Joe was out in California, right? I can't always remember who's what and what whenever I'm doing these. I apologize. So just tell me if Joe's out in California and then I'll. Hi, Nicole. Everything is good with me. Any message from my guides for this week? Okay, don't laugh. This is so weird. They're like, eat more vegetables. So dumb, but I know it sounds really dumb, but I feel like you're not really been doing good on your nutrition. And I keep getting like you might be iron deficient because I'm seeing like when in nursing school and they say like how do you get iron and the most fortified vitamins and you want your green leafy vegetables, and I'm seeing that, and I'm seeing kiwi. So there's something in kiwi specific to kiwi that's high in that would be helpful for you. Oh, that's Nicole. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm getting all mushed. Okay. Joe is the guy I've been seeing for 5 months. You said it was a long-term relationship for me. Oh, okay. Stop reaching out to him. I think you're over reaching out to him and like not letting him breathe. Like it feels like that nervous, like it's kind of overwhelming to him. And it's sort of kind of a turn off. I don't know if that makes sense, but it feels like you're reaching out a lot. It feels like that desperation, like that feeling of like if you have fear of abandonment issues, it's kind of that. And I actually feel like for you, Lumi, okay, research fear of abandonment issues. I think you'll connect with how you react and why you react to certain things. You know you have them. You said yes, you know you have them, but really, really look at that. Hi, sunshine. I'm good. I would really look at that because I think it might be really helpful with you navigating relationships, all types of relationships, but especially one in a romantic sense. Yes, you do. Okay, so really look at that and look at then look at what he did that triggered you, because he got upset with you for a reason, but my sense is that he got upset with you by panicking, your panic and worry, and not that it was like really anything, and it's sort of like overwhelming. So I think you need to address that. I also think that you need to talk to him about having those issues whenever he comes back around, that like, and apologize, because it's not his fault that you're triggered. And it doesn't mean he should change who he is, but if he can understand that it's more complicated than meets the eye. Sunshine says, can I ask when is a job opportunity coming for me, like in a month or two in Georgia? So immediately got 6 weeks, but then I heard 6 days as well. So there's something about 6 weeks, but initially there's something about 6 days. So I don't know if it's that a job pops up that intrigues you, that you put your resume in for in 6 days, or the opening comes up in 6 days, and then in 6 weeks is the, after you've done the interview process. But it feels like 6 days, then 6 weeks. It's kind of a twofold thing. I do. I think you need to lay back a little bit, Lumi. Okay. She says, will he come back? Like our relationship with him? I do. I just feel like you need to lay back a little bit and you need to work on yourself a little bit. And, the next time if you reach out, apology first. Apology and with explanation. Because I think, we're all adults and communication is the most important thing. I'm going there in 6 days. LOL. Perfect, sunshine. Perfect. So then 6 weeks. 6 days, so 6 weeks, so perfect. That is a validation. I love validation. If this is helpful for you to come here and get these readings, can you like it and share it with others? I don't know why. I just feel like I don't care if this makes a million people. I just feel like it's supposed to help people on some level. Hi, Christy. Is it a good idea for me to take the trip to Utah and attend the Young Living Convention this July? Okay, so I'll answer that first. Yes. Have anything to say about my building the business? I feel like it's a great thing for you. I don't think it's where you're going to stop, but I think it's where you're going to start. I think this is full disclosure, because I feel like I sort of have to give why I'm going into this route. I looked at the picture and I saw a huge energy shift for you, and a huge opening spiritually speaking. So I feel like this is just the tiptoe leap into um, more of a like spiritually minded, health oriented business thing. So this is a really good start for you. But I think it's going to parlay into something else. It's not going to just stay here. Nicole, did you miss your answer? I stopped working for a bit. It stopped working for, it stopped working? Bummer. Hang on. Let me see if you missed your answer, Nicole. Any messages from your guides for this week? Yeah, you did. So I felt like you're iron deficient. So they were kind of talking about, they said eat your vegetables. But I actually got that I feel like you're iron deficient a little bit and you need to, they said leafy greens. So, but I also saw something, whatever is the main ingredient in kiwi, I feel like there's something in that you're lacking. I don't know if you can verify iron deficiency, or they're showing me your nails and that stuff. Lynn says, it's great. I love tuning in every week. Yay! You're so generous with your time. Listen, it's a sneak away from my kids. I'm kidding. Again, when I feel called to do something, I do it. I found people on YouTube that I watch and I actually give them free readings because it's my way of doing an energy exchange for watching their videos. I don't know. I just feel like I'm called to do this and maybe share a different way of doing readings and a different way of tuning into our own intuition. And I know my readings are a little different than other people. So, hi, Yasmin. I'm good. How are you today? You're not sure, but you'll definitely look into it. So, general symptoms of iron deficient, and women tend to run on the lower end of iron, but still within the normal. But fatigue, if it's really bad, shortness of breath. Your iron is your oxygen carrying content of your blood. You might have like a little bit. You might be a little bit more pale. Some people get a little almost ashen looking, but it's just the feeling I get is that there might be some iron deficiency. But they're really talking about focusing on your diet. Also really important for everybody, really, when they say like, I don't know if you came from a Christian background, because that's what I'm familiar with, but I suppose they say blessings over in Judaism and every other, but when you say gratitude for your food you're eating, you're almost like, that's energy, and everything is energy. So it's, a blessing over the food, you're thanking God, but you're also thanking the food. If you eat animals, the animal sources of food for you, all of the people that had to work to bring your vegetables to you, blessing all of that, thanking for that. What you put into your body really does make a difference in how you accept it and, love your food and all that. Yeah. You don't have to ask if you can ask. I always want to get that. Don't ask if you can ask a question. Just ask a question. That's what I'm here for. You're welcome. Oh, wait, you had a second part to yours. Hang on, Christy. You said, wait, no, I said, do I say building this business? Yeah. I answered it. Never mind. Ignore me. Or don't ignore me. Just, awesome. Sandra says she actually belongs to the spiritualist church in her community and love it. I'm a spiritualist reverend. It's the first place I went. I tried all different kinds of religions and everything else, and it felt like free to be me. I don't know if any of you listen to Howard Stern and Marie. What's her name? Patricia Marie. Free to be me. Anyway, random. But I just felt really comfortable there because I could do my psychic stuff and my spiritual stuff and my connections with mediums, and it's really just about being kind, and like that's your rule and that's it. I've been questioning if it's a kind of foolish on you. No, not at all. I don't feel like it's foolish at all. I think it'll be good for you networking and meeting other people and like-minded people, and also growing your own spiritual practice. So Sunshine said she agrees food is energy. Hi, Rochelle. Sunshine asked, should I do, if I miss anybody, just holler. If I went past your question or something, just put a little hey, and I'll look for it. Should I do my master's program at my college, or will I find a better one somewhere else very soon? I'm trying not to stress. So first, I feel like in a way to try not to stress, just know that the universe always has your back. So it's like that thought of like, if you look back at your life, everything, whenever it's gone kerfluffled or whatever, something always kind of came in and, scooped you right back up. So stressing and worrying about things is sort of pointless. I heard you'll do it where you're at. I don't know if there's like a wait list or something, but it's like something like where I feel like there's like a decision being made and then slipping right in. So I feel like you'll do it right where you're at. Rochelle said, greetings. I was wondering if you have any messages that my angels would like me to know so far. Thank you for your guidance. Not my guidance, theirs. I'm just a telephone. A few, not people listening, people here. I feel like you're pretty in tune yourself and you're not listening, because she would just listen to us. So it's validating the little things that you get, and more things will come. And it's almost like fear that it's not going to happen, or that anxiety around like, or is it that? Is it that? Is it that? Is it that? If the universe wants you to go in a certain direction or follow something, they will not stop knocking at that door. I don't know if that makes sense at all, Rochelle. Let me know. And I'll be happy to elaborate. You're laughing. Yes, you agree. So quick story. And if my stories get too long, I'll go over a little bit. Don't worry. So that everybody gets their time. I was driving my car. I was taking a summer business course, computers, I don't remember, before nursing school. And I heard in my ear, literally. So I had lived with a roommate who was in nursing, the nursing program at the university I was at. And I always felt kind of drawn to that. But I originally had gone into nursing, and then I went out of it because I didn't want to do all the studying. Any nurses out there know it's like a lot of we're studying. Yes, Rochelle, I know you're gifted. That's what I'm saying. I know you're gifted, but you're not listening for you. You're great at listening and hearing to channel messages to your friends. You just need to validate for yourself. Just recognize that they'll constantly validate for you. So I wasn't listening to the little tugs and the little feelings I got in my stomach. And I was in my car driving, and I literally, like outside my head, heard a man voice say, "You're going to go to nursing school at such and such school." And this was about a month out of, it was like July, August. So I went over there, I brought them my transcripts, and they go, "Well, if you get in." And I said, "Oh, I'll get in." And when I started, I remember I was around a couple other people that were in the program, and they said, "Oh, how did you get in?" And I said, "Well," and they said, "There's a wait list." So if you're meant to do something, the universe will make sure you hear it. Literally for me. Is my question okay? Yasmin, hang on. Can you see it? Let me see. Yeah, I dropped my will my soulmate from my past life return in this life? The one with curly hair? No. No. I actually feel like you finished karmically whatever you needed to finish. We have a lot of soulmates and soul families, but whatever karmically needed to happen with that one is done. And I'm sorry, but there's someone you're supposed to be with in this life. Don't get caught on other lifetimes. Those people come back in different ways, but I don't feel that one is this lifetime. I feel like that one has something else going on than this one. Hang on. Okay, hang on. Let me just kind of backtrack a little bit and see. Okay, Sylvie wrote. Oh, wait, hang on. Okay, Sylvie wrote, and then Christy, I'll come back to you. Sylvie wrote, How does O view me? And do you see him initiating contact with me? No, I don't. I don't even see him on the radar. I don't see him with you on the radar. I feel like he's a very distracted person. I actually feel like there's someone else he's dating right now. Anything interested in somebody else. I'm sorry about that because it's not really what we want to hear, but know that there's always somebody out there for you and that it's leave yourself open to that and trust that the universe will bring you the right person. And there's no work or stress around it. I'm sorry. Oh, wait, Christy, there was a question you asked. Okay, what do they have to say about my romantic relationships? Don't laugh because they're goofy like you, but I literally heard dead in the water. But I actually think that this summer, maybe even the trip, I think you said Utah. See, this is like how much I'm not really here. That you'll meet somebody there that maybe even knows somebody where you're at. But it feels like either somebody there knows somebody where you're at or somebody there is from where you are. Rochelle said, you're absolutely right. That's awesome. I want them to talk to me. Okay. I'm supposed to follow my divine path. You know, we all get caught up in this divine path thing. And it's kind of like the whole new agey thing now. I say it all the time, journey. You're going to get there. You're going to do exactly what you're supposed to do. Don't put expectations and weight on it, and don't pressure yourself on it because it's going to happen no matter what. I feel like even for you, because it is something that you are supposed to do, that even if you start to get off course, you get pushed back onto course. Why are you guys retracting messages? Oh. Okay. Christy said, that's a great story. I feel like I have been getting better at hearing, but not always believing. That comes with time. When you do it enough and you get enough of the validation, the faith comes with it behind it. So you just don't have to, worry, go like, is it going to happen? I still even question some stuff occasionally, but I also kind of throw it up and go, whatever. I mean, I get a lot of stuff and I go, I'm just going to just share it, do it, whatever. And it'll be fine no matter what happens. I know, Sunshine, 111 subscribers. This would be positive, right? I don't know. I did a card reading and I thought, when am I going to get to 100? And I got to 100 when I said I would. So this is really exciting. I'm having fun. I'm enjoying it. You guys all seem very nice. And I'm sure I disappoint some of you with some of the stuff that comes through, and I apologize for that. Sylvie, I hope you're not totally upset, but I promise I know someone's coming for you. It's just not that person. And thank you everybody for sticking with me and for coming back. It's so exciting that people really like me. Okay. If I missed your question, please remind me. Oh, Sunshine said, will I do fine with the youth program at my college and will I like it? Yes, absolutely. That's just why would you even ask? It's totally, yeah, absolutely you will. The guy I'm with now, do we have a lesson for each other? Listen, we all have lessons for each other, always. Every relationship we're in, there's always a lesson to be learned. We would not gravitate towards somebody if there wasn't. That is the God's honest truth. That is the only reason I incarnate here on earth is the relationship. Because that's what forces us to learn is the difficulties in relationships. And I actually see him teaching you patience whatever that means. I see him teaching you patience. There's something there. So if you can, that makes any sense. Christy says, I can understand that. Rochelle, you're welcome for the confirmation. Sunshine, you're welcome very much. Yes, positive for me. Woohoo! And Rochelle agrees with all the relations. It really is. I mean, and it's like, think about how much our families stretch us and how much just, our romantic relationships stretch us and our children and everything else. So it's why we're here. You're very welcome, Yasmin. Thank you for saying thank you. Everybody's so gracious and nice here, and I really appreciate it. Thank you. It seems like I got a lot of nice people that come and watch. We're at 25:40. If anybody else has any questions or if I missed anybody. Thank you for subscribing, Rochelle. I'm at 112. I forgot to say that. I was like, my kids get excited for it too. Like I'm a rock star. Yeah, but they're like, 2, 6, and 8, so they get really excited. Like 111 seems like amazingly huge, but it's not 2, so we're doing great. If anybody has any other questions, if not, drinking hot water, believe it or not even tea. I have a minute, Lumi. I know when he'll reach out. By Friday. I know that seems a long time, but if you just go about your business and working on reminding yourself that it's okay, I really encourage you to look at why you have that fear of abandonment and figure out what that is. And then, so one tactic is to go back to you as a little girl when that happened, and a big girl you to a little girl you, that it's okay and that you don't need to be afraid anymore, because you'll always have that person's back. It might help release some of that. And I also feel like to release it in all directions of space and time, all planes of existence, all lifetimes, to help release that energy too. Ask your guides to help you do that, and in those terms. Bye, Lumi. You're welcome. Nicole, yes, I do feel like you'll get a raise at work this year, but smaller than you're hoping for, and I'm very sorry about that. You need guidance. Okay, if you want to ask a quick question, we're about to be done for this week. Thank you, Lumi. You're amazing too. You're all amazing. In my current situation, I'm not doing good. Okay, hang on. I actually feel like you've got a little bit of depression. Does that make sense? Yes, but Crocheta, I just feel real heavy and really like there's a lot of sadness there. Okay, but does the depression part make sense? Because if that does, then I feel like I can tune in a little bit. If I just need a little bit of. Rochelle, could you eventually get promoted to the training manager of all the facilities of your current job? Yes. 2 years. I just feel like there's also a lot of bureaucracy and red tape and all of that. And then I feel like somebody will leave and then it'll be there. Yes, I am depressed. Okay. So when I look at just looking at why would we be moving tomorrow, right? And it literally is all throwing in the towel, just giving up, throwing in the towel. And it feels like I'll run away from things. I understand that you say you want to stay in New York City, but I feel like I'll run away in order to just not have to stick something out. You weren't meant to be here for a man. You're meant to be here for something bigger. It feels like to learn to stand on my own and to find my own power. Does that make any sense? Lured me into this city to do something to me, and I don't know. If you're concerned about somebody following you and feel like you're unsafe, I encourage you to go to the police station. Because I'm not in a situation to be able to help that. That sounds very concerning to me. And when you say lured, I don't understand what that means. Are you 18? Many blessings to you. Same, likewise, Michelle. Thank you so much. All I can say is if you don't feel safe, that's my concern is this isn't the psychic me. This is the concerned citizen. If you don't feel safe, you need to make sure that you're, notify the police, make sure you're taken care of, make sure you do what you need to do to keep yourself safe, okay? And don't worry about a guy here. If you're meant to be with them, and this is not even coming from a psychic place because I feel that fear in you. This is coming from a concern. Please make sure that you do what you need to do to take care of yourself. Okay, I'm going to end all the questions now. So anybody after my Michelle RN I will not be answering any further questions. Okay. And if I've already answered several of your questions tonight, I'm not going to be coming back to you. I'm pretty upset about this one. I'm sorry. It's very overwhelming. Thank you, Lynn. I can't wait to see you next week. I get no on the being together with Justin. I just feel like I really want to encourage you to make sure you take care of yourself and stay safe. Nesbrokacha, please, go to the police if you need to go to, if you feel like people are following you. Encourage you, if you've been lured by somebody, also to seek therapy, because if that's happening, then there's some kind of emotional thing that needs to be addressed, of why, you wouldn't be powerful enough to stand up. But there's something bigger going on that I don't really feel like I'm capable of helping you with. And you're welcome. You're welcome, Nicole. Okay, Michelle, how can I please get a read on the guy I talked to on Friday? I think he was like casual Friday guy. Does that make sense, Michelle? By the way, I wear some of the My Michelle, use some of the My Michelle face products and stuff. You can answer that. Dating app, haha, but he still feels like casual Friday guy. Is he like kind of like casual Friday? I don't know, but like it just feels like I go to the bars after work for a drink. Bartender. He's nice, but I don't know how serious he is, because when I saw that, I saw him kind of chatting up with a lot of people. Maybe that's why, because it's a dating app. Have you met him in person? I actually feel like it's going to go flat. Why don't you want to force anything? You have good chemistry. Why not force anything? I mean, come on. Because if he doesn't work, there's another one 5 minutes away. You're not ever be super afraid of being yourself, and like it's not forcing something just to be like, hey, let's go meet, quit wasting our time, grab a drink. get some coffee, whatever, make it short, see how the first one goes in person. No point in dragging it all out. That is the one thing that New York taught me, was how to date. I did not know how to date before I came to New York. And I learned that it was just easier to cut and dry, get it done with. Let's meet and go out and see how it works. No point in beating around the bush. And there was never, like, I got over pity dating too. I stopped dating because I felt bad. Sophia Yee, I'm done answering questions for the night. I was just finishing up with my Michelle. So if you want to come back next week, because I'm at 35 minutes now. Yeah, like a Band-Aid, just rip it and go. So I actually feel like this isn't, it feels like you might get a drink, but then it's going to kind of go flat. But you're on a dating app, man. There's a million people out there. I actually feel like what might happen is where you do several dates and you kind of get like, when is this going to work? And you take like a 2 to 3 month break and then get back on, and that's when you meet someone. You're welcome. Sophia, do you mind coming back next week? I have a husband who wants to hang out with me. Strange, but true. And my kids are all asleep, which is even better. I love them dearly, though. Is that okay, Sophia? You're welcome, Sandra. See you next week. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say good night then. Sophia, please come back next week and join us. I will be back on at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard on Sunday evening. That would be the 16th of June. I enjoy this time. Thank you, everybody, for your support. Thank you to all of my new subscribers and to my old subscribers and my friends and family who are always with me. Please like and subscribe this if you haven't. Come back and visit me. I'm on Instagram at My Spiritual Friend. I post one thing every day. I do not go crazy, but I post one thing every day. It's either a saying or a quick little video, mostly little saying of things that come to me inspirationally to share with you. And I try and come on here and do a video. If I do one over there, it'll come here. And then the weekly 30-minute readings. All right, so y'all if you want a private reading, I do private readings, 30-minute and 1-hour sessions. You can go to my website, www.myspiritualfriend.com, and reach out to me, email or my phone there, although email is easy to respond to. Thank you again to all my new subscribers and my old subscribers, 112. Yay! All right, y'all have a good week. We will see you next weekend.